student teacher for my English class, and she was a cool lady, never thought anything was wrong. Soon afterwards, she ended up getting arrested for improperly or inappropriately contacting, communicating with students in the grade that I was in through Facebook and texting. So while you're over there sitting, it's never going to happen to me or my kids or my grandchildren. Definitely could. I never even knew. In 2011, 69 cases of accused inappropriate conduct towards students from teachers. That's quite a bit already in 1 year, and that was from CNN blogs. The main focus of this speech is going to be the inappropriate behavior between students and teachers throughout the U.S. and the laws that they've created since to protect the kids with social media and laws that could be created to try and contain that. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the good and bad effects of social media on students. It's not all bad. There are probably more pros than cons. Start off with the inappropriate behavior. In 2004 to 2009, kids ages 2 to 12 increased 63%. I personally didn't even know 2-year-olds got on computers and did things like that, let alone 12-year-olds getting on Facebook. A lot of this, I think, parents need to be more responsible, proper regulation on this. Facebook has a law that says you have to be 13 to create an account. Parents have openly said that they had let kids under age of 13 create those accounts. So right there, that's the parents' fault. They should go to jail for something like that if that happens, I think. Without regulations, problems are going to occur. Kids are curious. Kids are always going to get into problems. They don't always know what's best. Some examples from these. In Trenton, New Jersey, 3 teachers were arrested and 3 students were involved. This was all at the same school. Each teacher was friends with the other one and knew what was going on, so they thought they could get away with it. If cases like these were brought up to attention immediately, there wouldn't be another one. If the first teacher got arrested for it, the second wouldn't have gotten arrested for it, and the third one wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't even have tried. In Colleyville, Texas, an 8th grade teacher was arrested for trading photos. That teacher right there was awarded Teacher of the Year in his state. Was a phenomenal teacher. Was a coach. Most people respected him, even parents, colleagues. Yeah, he's in jail now. And in Las Vegas, former teacher attempted sex. That was just about as bad as the second one. And I guess I have to talk about it. First one was in NBCPhiladelphia.com. The second one was Dallas News. And the third one was Channel 8 News. Alright, second one. We got to protect our kids. Children's Online Privacy Protection Act. This is the act that was created to keep kids from making accounts, like the act for keeping kids from being 13 before they make their Facebook profile. When they do that, none of that information can be released to the public or for companies, kind of like the Info Act, protecting our rights. Facebook needs to create a page for students and teachers. This will allow a more regulated and publicly watched area for our kids to discuss information. So then if people, they just can't hide things as easily. We should expose inappropriate behaviors immediately. As I discussed earlier, make topics aware to younger kids, kind of like the sex discussion. If you don't talk about it, they're going to be curious, they're going to go on it on themselves. So we need to bring it up, make them know about it. Also with the parents don't always know this is going on. I bet my parents don't even know that my teacher got arrested at my school. And then lastly, monitor texting. With kids being 10, 11, 12 years old, texting, probably should regulate that. Most parents regulate television. They regulate the movies your kids watch. Regulate your kids where they go, who they hang out with. Why not regulate who they're talking to and what they're talking about? The good and bad. As I discussed before, there's a lot of bads. But there's also a lot of good. Through social media, or without, no, I'm confused. Okay, with the bad. Without proper monitoring, bad will happen. That's obvious. We talked about that. Parents needed to follow the rules and take responsibilities, as discussed with the texting and who they're allowed to communicate with. The positive. This is what I think outweighs the negatives and why social media is good. 29% of teens say that social networking made them feel less shy. 20% feel more confident. 19% feel more popular. And 19% felt more sympathetic. This is all from Forbes, so pretty legitimate website. I know a lot of antisocial people who they found their girlfriends, their wives through social media. Their friends come from social media. They're concerned. All right, to recap. With lack of protection for kids all over the U.S., these problems will continue to happen. People get killed, people get shot all the time. We just got to try and help it. A way to help all that would be create laws and regulations or find alternatives to monitor and intervene. And lastly, the negatives and positives to social media, and I think the pros definitely outweigh